I'm Sarah Jones, 41 years old, a mom of three amazing kids: Ethan, 16, Lily, 15, and Caleb, 14, living in the small town of Hillsborough, North Carolina, where the air smells like fresh cut grass and the fireflies light up the night like tiny stars. Back when my kids were younger, life felt like a dream, the kind you never want to wake up from. I'd wake up early, the sun just peeking over the horizon, painting the sky pink and gold, and make pancakes in our cozy kitchen, the smell of maple syrup filling the house. Ethan would run in first, his hair messy, grabbing a plate, while Lily helped Caleb with his little bib, their laughter bouncing off the walls. We'd sit on the porch, the wood creaking under our chairs, watching the peach blossoms bloom in the yard, their petals soft and pink. I'd sip my coffee, the mug warm in my hands, and think, this is my happy place, my family. My husband Mark and I were a team then, or so I thought, raising our kids in this tight-knit town where neighbors wave from their porches. I'd take the kids to the park, their sneakers kicking up dirt as they raced to the swings, their giggles mixing with the sound of crickets. We'd go to the Hillsborough Farmers Market on Saturdays, the stalls bright with flowers, the air sweet with fresh bread. I'd buy strawberries for the kids, their hands sticky with juice, their smiles big as they hugged me, saying, "You're the best mom ever." I thought our family was a rock, steady and strong. But then, when I was pregnant with Caleb, everything fell apart. Mark cheated on me right when I needed him most, during a high-risk pregnancy where I couldn't be intimate with him. My body too fragile, my heart full of worry for our unborn son. Mark thought it was okay to sleep with other women, thought I'd understand, thought his needs came before our family. I didn't agree, couldn't forgive him for breaking our vows. He even had a paternity scare with one of the women, a drama that tore at my heart, but he wasn't the father. Still, he expected me to be fine with him having unprotected sex with someone else, like it didn't matter. I was heartbroken, my hands shaking as I packed his bags, my eyes burning with tears as I told him to leave. We separated when I was still pregnant with Caleb. And we divorced when Caleb was just 1, his tiny hands reaching for me as I cried myself to sleep, wondering how I'd raise 3 kids alone. Mark always said I was unfair, that I overreacted, but I knew I deserved better. Knew my kids deserved better. Now, years later, Mark's new wife, Jenna, is causing trouble again, calling me in tears because our kids won't go to Disneyland with them for Mother's Day. She says they're her kids too. But my kids don't see her that way, and I'm not sure I can keep the peace this time. Want to hear how I stood up for my family? This story's full of hurt, fight, and a mom's love that never quits. Subscribe to join our crew for more real-life dramas like this. Mark's betrayal cut deeper than I can explain, a wound that still stings even after all these years in Hillsborough, North Carolina, where the peach blossoms bloom every spring, their scent a reminder of happier times. I was 7 months pregnant with Caleb, my belly round, my body aching, when I found out Mark was cheating. It was a high-risk pregnancy, the kind where every day felt scary. My doctor's voice stern as she told me, "No stress, Sarah, no physical strain, and no intimacy." I was scared, counting the days until Caleb could be born safe, my hands on my belly, feeling his tiny kicks, whispering, "We'll get through this, little one." But Mark couldn't handle it, couldn't wait, couldn't put our family first. He thought my condition was a free pass to sleep with other women, thought I'd never find out, thought I'd forgive him because I was his wife. I found out one night when he came home late, the smell of cheap perfume on his shirt, his eyes darting away from mine, his voice quick. I was working late. I knew he was lying, felt it in my gut, my heart pounding as I went through his phone while he slept, my hands shaking. There were texts, pictures, proof of women he'd been with, women he didn't even care about, women he risked everything for. I sat on our bed, the moonlight coming through the window, casting shadows on the quilt my mom made, and I cried, my sobs quiet so I wouldn't wake Ethan and Lily, who were asleep down the hall, their little faces peaceful. I confronted Mark the next morning, my voice shaking, my eyes red, Caleb kicking inside me as I yelled, "How could you do this to us? To our kids?" He didn't look sorry, just shrugged, his voice cold. "You weren't there for me, Sarah. What was I supposed to do?" I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe the man I'd loved since I was 20, the man I'd built a family with, could be so selfish, so cruel. He even had a paternity scare with one of the women, a drama that played out in front of everyone we knew. Whispers following me at the grocery store. Folks look at me with pity as I pushed my cart, my belly big, my heart broken. Mark wasn't the father, but he still expected me to be okay with it. Expected me to accept that he'd had unprotected sex with someone else, putting my health, our unborn son's health, at risk. I kicked him out that week, my hands shaking as I packed his bags, my voice steady despite the tears. "Get out, Mark. We're done." We separated while I was still pregnant, and we divorced when Caleb was 1, his tiny hands reaching for me as I signed the papers, my heart heavy but my mind clear. I had to protect my kids, had to give them a safe home, even if it meant doing it alone. Co-parenting with Mark was a nightmare. Every conversation a battle, every decision a fight. He always said I was unfair, that I overreacted to his cheating, that I should have stayed. But I knew my kids deserved better than a dad who'd put himself first, a dad who'd break their mom's heart without a second thought. We got a court-ordered parenting plan, every detail spelled out, pickup times, drop-off days, holidays, because we couldn't agree on anything. Our voices sharp over the phone, our texts cold through the parenting app we used. Caleb has a heart condition that needs watching, so sometimes we had to call or text, but Mark would turn it into a fight, blaming me, saying I was keeping the kids from him. 4 years after our divorce, Mark remarried Jenna, a woman who seemed nice at first, her smile bright when I met her at Ethan's school play, her voice soft. "I want to be a good stepmom, Sarah." But it didn't take long for things to go wrong, for Jenna to show her true colors, her temper short. She'd snap at the kids over nothing, Ethan forgetting to take off his shoes, Lily leaving a cup on the table, her voice sharp, her eyes cold, making them feel like they didn't belong in their dad's new home. But then she'd turn around, all sweet, saying, "Call me Mom. I love you so much," her voice sticky with fake warmth, trying to force a bond that wasn't there. The kids hated it, their faces tight when they came home, their voices low. "She's mean, Mom," then acts like nothing happened. Jenna's fertility struggles made it worse, her pain real, but her actions wrong. She'd guilt-trip my kids, telling them about our IVF failures, her tears falling. "I just want to be a mom, don't you want that for me?" Ethan and Lily, only 10 and 9 at the time, felt the weight of her words, their eyes sad, like they were supposed to fix her. It broke my heart, seeing my kids carry that burden, seeing them come home quiet, their laughter gone. We went to court over it, the judge's voice stern as he warned Mark and Jenna, encouraging children to call someone else mom or dad is alienation. They got 3 warnings over the years, their behavior the same thing Mark accused me of, but no real consequences came. Mark tried to say I was alienating the kids from Jenna, his voice loud in court, but the judge saw through him, saw the truth in my kids' eyes, in the way they clung to me. Mark and Jenna had to take parenting classes, but it didn't change much, didn't stop Jenna from making my kids feel like they were in the way. I always told my kids, "Don't be cruel to Jenna, she's your dad's wife." My voice soft but firm, but they don't like her, don't respect her, not after everything she's done. Ethan and Lily lost respect for her after she screamed at them for not hugging her on her birthday. Her words cutting. "You're so ungrateful." They were in therapy for years, the therapist's a godsend, helping them through the guilt, the anger, their voices small. "We just want to be with you, Mom." I'd hold them close, their hugs making me feel whole, even as Mark and Jenna kept trying to pull them away, kept trying to make them something they weren't. In Hillsborough, North Carolina, where the fireflies glow at night and the air smells like fresh earth, I knew I had to take control, had to protect my kids from the mess Mark and Jenna kept making. After the divorce, I fought hard for a court-ordered parenting plan, sitting in a cold courtroom, the wooden bench hard under me, my hands folded tight, my heart racing as the judge read out every detail. Pickup times at 6 p.m. on Fridays, drop-offs at 8 p.m. on Sundays, holidays split down the middle, every rule clear. I followed it to the letter, my calendar marked with colored pens, my phone buzzing with reminders, because I didn't want to give Mark any reason to fight, didn't want to add more conflict to a situation already heavy with it. We mostly talked through a parenting app, the messages short, the words cold, but it kept things clear. kept us from yelling, from hurting the kids more. Caleb's heart condition meant we had to text or call sometimes, his doctor's appointments a constant worry, his little face pale when he got tired, my hand on his forehead, my voice soft. "We'll take care of you, buddy." Mark would turn those calls into fights, his voice sharp. "You're too strict, Sarah." But I'd hang up, my hands shaking, my focus on Caleb, on keeping all my kids safe. I built a stable home for them. Our little house in Hillsborough, warm with love. The walls covered with their drawings, the kitchen table scratched from years of homework and crafts. I'd make dinner every night, the smell of roasted chicken filling the house, the kids laughing as they set the table, their voices bright, their eyes happy. Ethan would tell me about his soccer games, his hands waving as he described a goal, while Lily showed me her sketches, and Caleb played with his toy cars, their engines buzzing as he grinned up at me. We'd sit on the porch after dinner, the air cool, the crickets singing, the fireflies glowing in the yard, their lights dancing, and I'd feel whole. Feel like I was giving them the childhood they deserved, even if Mark's house was a storm they had to weather. I took the kids to therapy for years, the office a small room with soft chairs, the therapist's voice gentle as she helped them through the guilt Jenna put on them, the anger they felt toward Mark, the hurt that lingered from the divorce. Ethan would sit with his arms crossed, saying, "She yells at us, then cries and says she loves us. It's so fake." Lily would nod, her voice small. "She told me I'd make her a mom if I called her that, but I don't want to." Caleb would hug me, whispering, "I just want you, Mom." The therapists were a godsend, helping my kids find their voices, helping them heal, helping me be the mom they needed. I gathered strength from the court, too, the judge's rulings a shield I could hold up, his voice firm as he warned Mark and Jenna about alienation, his gavel a sound of justice that made me feel seen. I encouraged my kids to be kind to Jenna, to show her respect, even if they didn't feel it. My voice soft, "She's your dad's wife, don't be cruel." But I couldn't make them love her, couldn't make them forget how she'd treated them, how she'd made them feel small, unwanted, broken. Last year, the kids were old enough to choose, Ethan at 15, Lily at 14, Caleb at 13, and the court let them decide how much time they wanted with their dad. We sat in the courtroom, the air heavy, the judge's eyes kind. "What do you want, kids?" Ethan spoke first, his voice steady. "We don't want 50-50 anymore. We want one weekend a month." Lily nodded. "It's too hard at Dad's house, Jenna makes it awful." Caleb looked at me. "I want to be with Mom." I held my breath, my heart pounding, as the judge wrote it down, his voice calm. "One weekend a month it is." Mark and Jenna were furious, their voices loud as they tried to contest it. Mark yelling, "She's turning them against us." But the judge shut it down. "The children's choice stands." I felt a weight lift, felt like I was finally protecting my kids, giving them the space they needed to heal, to grow. I knew this wouldn't be the end. Knew Mark and Jenna would keep pushing. A few days ago, I heard Jenna had given birth to twins, 2 little girls, and I hoped she'd focus on her own kids, leave mine alone. But then Mark called. His voice sharp, "We're taking the kids to Disneyland for Mother's Day, Sarah. Let them come." I knew the kids wouldn't want to go, knew they'd never see Jenna as a mom, but I didn't want to decide for them. Wanted them to have a choice. I sat them down in our living room, the couch soft under us, the smell of cookies I'd baked that morning in the air, the windows open to let in the spring breeze, the sound of birds chirping outside. I looked at them. "Your dad and Jenna want to take you to Disneyland for Mother's Day. Do you want to go?" Ethan shook his head, his voice firm. "No way, Mom, I'm not spending Mother's Day with her." Lily crossed her arms. "She's not my mom, you are. I'm staying with you." Caleb hugged me. "I don't want to go, I want to be with you." I nodded. "Okay, it's your choice, I'll tell your dad." I called Mark back. "The kids don't want to go, Mark, they're staying with me." He yelled. "You're poisoning them against us, Sarah." But I hung up, my resolve strong. I was done letting him blame me, done letting Jenna guilt my kids. I knew this was just the start, but I was ready to fight for my kids. Ready to show them what a real mom looks like, what real love feels like. In Hillsborough, North Carolina, where the peach blossoms bloom every spring and the air smells like fresh earth, I worked hard to build a new normal for my kids after all the pain Mark and Jenna caused. Our little house became a safe haven, the walls covered with Ethan's soccer trophies, Lily's sketches, and Caleb's toy cars on the shelf. The air warm with the smell of my cooking, the sound of their laughter filling every room. I'd wake up early, the sun peeking through the curtains, painting the kitchen in soft gold, and make breakfast, the sizzle of bacon mixing with the smell of coffee. The kids stumbling in, their hair messy, their smiles sleepy but real. Ethan would grab a plate. "Thanks, Mom, you're the best," while Lily helped Caleb pour orange juice, her eyes soft. "I love your pancakes, Mom." We'd eat together at the table, the wood scratched from years of meals, their voices bright as they talked about school, friends, dreams, their faces lit up with the happiness I'd fought so hard to give them. After breakfast, we'd head to the park, the grass cool under our feet, the swings creaking as they flew high, their laughter echoing over the fields, the fireflies glowing as the sun went down, their lights dancing in the night air. I'd sit on a bench, my hands wrapped around a cup of tea, and watch them, my heart full, knowing I was giving them a childhood they could hold on to. A mom they could count on. The community in Hillsborough rallied around us, their support a warm blanket on the cold days. My neighbor, Mrs. Carter, would stop by with her apple pie, the crust flaky, her voice soft. "You're doing great, Sarah, your kids are lucky to have you." I'd smile, my eyes misty. "Thank you, that means a lot." The kids' therapist, Dr. Ellis, was a lifeline, her office a safe space where they could talk, heal, grow, her voice gentle. "They're strong, Sarah, because of you." I'd nod, my heart lighter, knowing I wasn't alone, knowing Hillsborough had my back. The court rulings helped too, the judge's words a shield, his voice firm as he told Mark and Jenna, "The kids' choice stands, one weekend a month." I felt a weight lift that day, felt like I was finally giving my kids the space they needed to heal, to be themselves. I kept encouraging them to be kind to Jenna, to show her respect, even if they didn't feel it, my voice soft. "She's your dad's wife, don't be mean, but you don't have to love her." Ethan would roll his eyes. "She doesn't deserve it, Mom, but I'll try." While Lily nodded, "I'll be nice, but she's not my mom, you are." Caleb would hug me. "I don't like going there, Mom, I want to stay with you." I'd hug them back, the warmth of their love making me feel strong, feel ready for whatever came next. A few days ago, I heard Jenna had given birth to twins, 2 little girls, and I hoped she'd focus on her own kids, leave mine alone. But then Mark called, his voice sharp. "We're taking the kids to Disneyland for Mother's Day, Sarah. Let them come, it'll be a big celebration." I knew the kids wouldn't want to go, knew they'd never see Jenna as a mom, but I didn't want to decide for them, wanted them to have a choice. I sat them down in our living room, the couch soft under us, the smell of cookies I'd baked that morning in the air, the windows open to let in the spring breeze, the sound of birds chirping outside. I looked at them. "Your dad and Jenna want to take you to Disneyland for Mother's Day. Do you want to go?" Ethan shook his head. "No way, Mom. I'm not spending Mother's Day with her. I want to be with you." Lily crossed her arms. "She's not my mom. You are. I'm staying here." Caleb hugged me. "I don't want to go. I want to be with you, Mom. Can we do something fun instead?" I nodded. "Okay, it's your choice. I'll tell your dad." I called Mark back. "The kids don't want to go. Mark, they're staying with me." He yelled, "You're poisoning them against us, Sarah. You're ruining everything." I hung up, my hands shaking, but my resolve strong. I was done letting him blame me, done letting Jenna guilt my kids, done letting them hurt my family. I started planning a way to show everyone the truth, to let Hillsborough see who Jenna really was, to let my kids' voices be heard, loud and clear, once and for all. It was a warm spring day in Hillsborough, North Carolina, the air filled with the scent of blooming peach blossoms, the town buzzing with life as Mother's Day arrived, a day I'd always cherished with my kids. Ethan, 16, Lily, 15, and Caleb, 14. I'd planned a quiet day for us, a picnic at the park, the grass soft under our blanket, the smell of my homemade lemonade and sandwiches filling the air, the kids laughing as they tossed a frisbee, their voices bright, their smiles real. But Mark and Jenna had other plans, plans that would turn my peaceful day into a storm I'd never forget. Mark had called a few days before, his voice sharp. "We're taking the kids to Disneyland for Mother's Day. Sarah, let them come. It'll be a big celebration." I knew the kids wouldn't want to go, knew they'd never see Jenna as a mom, Knew they'd want to spend the day with me, the mom who'd been there through every tear, every laugh, every hard moment. I sat them down in our living room, the couch soft under us, the smell of cookies I'd baked that morning lingering, the windows open to let in the spring breeze, the sound of birds chirping outside. I looked at them, my voice calm. Your dad and Jenna want to take you to Disneyland for Mother's Day. Do you want to go? Ethan shook his head fast. No way, Mom. I'm not spending Mother's Day with her. I want to be with you. You're my real mom. Lily crossed her arms. She's not my mom. You are. I'm staying here. We can do our own thing. Caleb hugged me. I don't want to go. I want to be with you, Mom. Can we do something fun instead? I nodded. Okay, it's your choice. I'll tell your dad. I called Mark back. The kids don't want to go, Mark. They're staying with me. He yelled. You're poisoning them against us, Sarah. You're ruining everything. Jenna's heartbroken. I hung up, my heart racing, my resolve strong. I was done letting him blame me, done letting Jenna guilt my kids, done letting them hurt my family. I ignored his texts after that, my phone buzzing on the counter, his messages piling up, but I turned it off, focusing on my kids, on our day, on the love we shared. Then, around 3 p.m. on Mother's Day, my phone rang. An unknown number flashing on the screen, the sound loud in our quiet kitchen, the smell of lemonade still in the air from our picnic prep. I answered, Hello? It was Jenna, her voice high and shaky, her words tumbling out between sobs. Sarah, why aren't the kids here? They're supposed to be at Disneyland with us. They're my kids too. I love them. Why are you doing this to me? I couldn't believe her nerve, her tears, her drama, her claim on my kids, my babies, my everything. I laughed, a sharp sound that cut through her sobs. Jenna, they're not your kids, they're mine. And they chose to be with me. Deal with it. I hung up, my heart pounding, my mind racing with anger, with the weight of years of her hot and cold behavior, her demands, her guilt trips. She sent a dozen texts in the next 2 hours, her words desperate. Please, Sarah, I need them. I'm their mom too. Why are you so cruel? I ignored them, my focus on Ethan, Lily, and Caleb, their laughter as they helped me pack the picnic basket, their hands sticky with lemon juice, their smiles bright. This is the best Mother's Day, Mom. Later that night, Mark texted me, You're heartless, Sarah. Jenna loves the kids so much. You should appreciate that. I laughed again, my voice bitter as I read his messages, my anger burning hot. I texted back, I don't appreciate how she treats them, Mark. The hot and cold, the guilt trips, the demands. She made your home miserable for them, and you let her. He texted again the next morning. You're wrong, Sarah. She loves them. You're being unfair. I was done. Done with their drama, done with their lies, done with them trying to claim my kids, trying to guilt me into gratitude for behavior that hurt my family. I decided it was time to let Hillsborough know the truth, to show everyone who Jenna really was, to let my kids' voices be heard. I posted on StreamNet, my hands steady as I typed, the screen glowing in the dim light of my living room, the smell of cookies lingering, the sound of crickets outside. I wrote, My ex's wife thinks she's my kid's mom, but they chose me for Mother's Day, not her Disneyland trip. Here's why. I shared screenshots of Jenna's texts, her desperate words, her claims, and a video Ethan recorded, his voice steady. Jenna's not our mom. She yells at us, guilt trips us, makes us feel bad. Our real mom loves us, and we love her. I hit post, my heart racing, and watched as the views climbed, 1,000, then 10,000, then 500,000 by the next day. The comments pouring in. Sarah, you're a real mom. Your kids are lucky. Jenna's out of line. Hillsborough stands with you, Sarah. Mark and Jenna's perfect image cracked, their StreamNet page flooded with comments calling them out, their lies exposed, their behavior laid bare for the town to see. I stood in my kitchen, the sun coming through the window, the air warm with the smell of coffee, and I smiled, knowing I'd fought for my kids, knowing Hillsborough saw the truth, knowing my family was stronger than ever. Love this takedown? Subscribe to our channel for more real-life dramas where moms fight for their kids and win. In Hillsborough, North Carolina, where the air smells like fresh earth and the peach blossoms bloom every spring, I've built a legacy for my kids. Ethan 16, Lily 15, and Caleb 14, that's stronger than anything Mark and Jenna could ever break. After the Mother's Day showdown and the StreamNet post that went viral, hitting 500,000 views, Mark and Jenna's perfect image shattered. their lies exposed for all of Hillsborough to see. The town turned away from them, their faces tight at the market, their voices low as they whispered, "Sarah's a real mom. Jenna needs to stop." Mark and Jenna's relationship cracked under the pressure. Their voices loud as they fought outside the diner, the whole town watching. Their new twins not enough to fix what was broken. Jenna's dreams of a big, happy family faded, her hands empty, her eyes cold, while Mark's excuses fell flat, his voice weak as he tried to defend her, tried to defend himself. They'd lost Hillsborough's trust, lost the kids' respect, lost everything they'd tried to build on lies, on guilt, on demands that were never theirs to make. I kept building a home full of love, our little house in Hillsborough, warm with the smell of my cooking, the sound of my kids' laughter, the glow of fireflies outside our windows at night. I'd wake up early, the sun soft through the curtains, and make breakfast, the sizzle of bacon mixing with the smell of coffee, the kids stumbling in, their hair messy, their smiles real. Ethan would grab a plate. "Thanks, Mom, you're the best," while Lily helped Caleb pour orange juice. "I love your pancakes, Mom." We'd eat together at the table, the wood scratched from years of meals, their voices bright as they talked about school, friends, dreams, their faces lit up with the happiness I'd fought to give them. After breakfast, we'd head to the park, the grass cool under our feet, the swings creaking as they flew high, their laughter echoing, the fireflies glowing as the sun went down. I'd sit on a bench, my hands wrapped around a cup of tea, and watch them, my heart full, knowing I'd given them a childhood they could hold on to, a mom they could count on, a love that would never waver. The community in Hillsborough stood by us, their support a warm blanket on the cold days. Mrs. Carter, my neighbor, would stop by with her apple pie, her voice soft. "You're a real mom, Sarah. Your kids are lucky." I'd smile. "Thank you, that means everything." The kids grew stronger, their voices loud, their hearts open, their love for me a bond nothing could break. Ethan joined the soccer team, his kicks strong, his smile big as he scored a goal. "That was for you, Mom." Lily started painting, her canvases bright with color. "I made this for you, Mom, it's our house." Caleb's heart condition got better, his doctor smiling. "He's doing great, Sarah." And Caleb hugged me. "I love you, Mom, you're the best." I'd learned to guard my heart, to stand firm, to fight for my kids, to never let anyone, Mark, Jenna, anyone, make them feel small, make them feel less, make them feel anything but loved. My legacy isn't just a stable home, isn't just the memories we've made, it's showing my kids they're enough, showing them they can stand up for themselves, showing them what real love looks like, what a real mom looks like. To every mom listening, when someone tries to take your place, when someone tries to hurt your kids, stand tall, fight back, show them what you're made of. Mark and Jenna tried to break us, but I rose, my kids rose with me, and Hillsborough rose with us. Stronger, closer, better than ever. You can rise too. Subscribe to our channel to join our family. More stories of moms fighting for their kids are coming. Tales of hurt, fight, and victory.